Hi, that's me. My name is Fiona, and in these videos I look like a happy young woman. To the outside person, everything in my life seems to be fine. But for a while now, things have been pretty hard for me. Behind my smile, I am constantly comparing myself to others. I am worried, I have panic attacks, I don't get out of bed for hours in the morning. I feel empty and sad and worthless. I don't have many pictures from these moments, because they aren't the ones I want to remember. But in a lot of times, these still are the only feelings I remember. No surprise, I hate feeling like that, and for the next 3 months, I'll be challenging my mental illnesses. Of course, this challenge will not cure my or your depression, but maybe it can help with getting a little bit better and make us feel less alone.
Hi again. That was a really short introduction, but I'm kind of awkward, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. My diagnosis is depression, anxiety, and OCD, but for me the intensity of the corresponding symptoms vary. Looking back, I experienced my first symptoms around grade 8, so when I was around 13 years old. I visibly suffer from these illnesses since the summer between my 11th and 12th class when I was 16. Since then, I got diagnosed for the first time in February 2019, went to therapy after that, and spent 2 months in a psychiatric day clinic in the following winter. I haven't had any therapy since spring 2020, we all had a rough year, and my road has been rocky to say the least. Last Sunday was a really tough day for me, and I binge-watched YouTube all day long to distract myself and kind of fill the empty and sad void in me. Literally nobody knows that I'm doing this, and I just hope that one person finds this video when they're struggling, and maybe seeing me also struggling can help them feel less alone and we can get through this together. My idea for this series is to do all the things you get told to do when you are suffering from mental illnesses. And hopefully me recording and posting all of this will help me get motivated and actually do it, because we all know it's hard. And although we should only do challenges for ourselves and only feel accountable towards ourselves, sometimes we can take the fear of disappointing the people around us and use it for our own goals. If it has to be there, at least we can use it for something good. I also want to fight the stigma surrounding mental illnesses. Not everyone suffering is visibly struggling. And a mental illness is not a sign of weakness or failure. I completely understand that not everyone wants to talk about their suffering, and that's totally fine too. I personally think that it's very important to talk openly about your struggles so that others can empathize with you, and if they're also having a tough time, they can feel less alone with it. That's one of the reasons that I'm doing this challenge, to hopefully raise some awareness. I'm actually really nervous right now and a tiny bit terrified of editing and posting all of this, and I'm quite fearful of the mean comments that I could get, although that would only be a reflection of the poor mind of the commenting person, and my video had to get views in the first place. But anyway, if you know someone who's struggling, send them this video. And if you are having a hard time yourself, feel free to do this challenge with me. I would be so excited if I could have a challenge buddy, so please let me know. And if these videos get no views at all, that's fine. Even though my perfectionist brain right now desperately wants to seek validation from outside, this scenario would be a great practice for letting that go. I'm also still kind of scared to put the pressure on myself by committing to this schedule, but I haven't been giving my brain and my mental health the high priority and attention they deserve. Please don't hesitate to ask for help. I know it can be incredibly hard, especially if you don't feel like you deserve any help at all. When and who you talk to is exclusively your decision to make. I just want to tell you that you are so worth getting better and that you don't have to do it alone. More people want to help you than you can imagine right now, but they have to know that something is up in order to do so. I've also linked some hotlines and resources down below. And if you want to message me, talk about something, need a shoulder to cry on, please feel free to send me an email at the address down below. The first week of this challenge is dedicated to my surroundings, because let me tell you, my room is a mess. I mean, it definitely has been worse, but with all the chaos inside my head, I really don't need any more chaos outside of it. So join me, put on your favorite feel-good music, we can do a little dance party, bust the moves, and clean our rooms. If you can't do all of it, take it step by step. Clean your desk today. That's more than enough. Everyone has their own speed and their own moods. That's completely fine. So, let's go.
When I'm with you, I am able to keep pushing my limits, and all the drive that I have, well, I'm going the distance with you. I didn't know what I had till I knew what was missing, and everything that I dread, well, I built a resistance with you. Catch me when I fall, and I'll keep you on the ground. You were gone, I wish you'd stay. I could look at you for days. Time was well spent, that's when I knew that I need to spend my life here with you.
You can see I'm wearing something different, and that's because it's 2 days later. Even though these videos are about my depression, I still want to look happy when I'm filming. It actually really helped me to record all of this. I had to take a few breaks, but I did it. I really hope you're having a good day. And if not, please remember that it will get better. When I filmed the first part of this video, I had a really good day actually. I think the 5 days before that, I just laid in bed literally all day, not exaggerating. But that day, I was feeling fine. I was feeling good, I was feeling happy. But the day after that, it hit me even harder because the day before was such a good day. So the bad day yesterday felt like a punch in my face. I didn't eat a lot. Today I still haven't eaten a lot. So that's really not helping. But it's hard trying to look happy and be happy. And you just remember that it used to be different, but that was such a long time ago that you don't remember how you did that. It's not our fault that we're feeling this way. And still, when I have no energy left at all, and I barely manage to get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to go to the toilet for the first time that day, I still blame it on myself. I still think maybe you just don't try hard enough, or maybe you're just lazy. I think that a lot of people have these thoughts and they're so harmful. I get really sad when I think that someone else blames themselves for basically being ill. Every one of us really wants to stop that cycle, but it's just so hard. I live in this room for around 3 months now. That actually was the first time in these 3 months that I changed my sheets. That sounds kind of gross. I'm sorry. I mean, it's quite normal for a lot of people who are either extremely busy with their outside life or with their mind. It's not that I'm sitting still in my head. Just that my mind is racing all the time, and I think my body shuts down so I don't overheat. The last 2 hours actually weren't that bad. It definitely was exhausting, and I'm really tired right now. But the music made me have fun in a way that cleaning your room can be fun. But now when I'm sitting here, I kind of feel all the dark clouds creeping in again. And I'm scared because I really tried today. It's funny that I just needed to film myself doing that stuff. I mean, I haven't even posted anything yet. Nobody knows that I'm doing this. And it still helped. I really don't know if I'm even gonna post this. It feels stupid. It feels like The world doesn't need to see me. I'm just sitting here talking into the camera, thinking anybody would care to listen. And still, even though nobody yet listened to me, I feel kind of hurt. I'm nervous of putting that out there. I really try to be vulnerable because I think it helps myself, and it could also help someone out there who might feel a similar way to me and who would care to listen to me talk about my experience. I feel so self-absorbed when I think about posting this. I feel like I would be arrogant and naive to put that out there and then probably be disappointed because it wouldn't get that many views or any views at all. This kind of feels like a therapy session. Only that I'm my own therapist. Fun. I didn't want to get that sad in the end. If you are watching this and you actually listened to me talk, thank you. I know that this is kind of one-sided, but if you want to talk to me, please feel free to do so. I think it's very important to be there for others. And if you took the time to listen to me, then I will certainly take the time to listen to you. I really hope that your day is okay. And if not, please remember that there will be other days. Your situation can change. It won't do that overnight. You certainly have to put an effort into it, but there are ways to get better. You're not alone. So thank you for listening if you came this far. I wish you all an okay evening, day, morning, night, sleep, and I'll see you next week.